starting to swindle, and then he's just borrowing so much money. But then he like starts to kind of like brainwash her that he's like part of this CIA family, and she does these tasks. She'll get accepted in, and she'll be rewarded massively.
Dude. Yeah. How can I get an animal inside me without eating it?
APMA, welcome to the
MidWeeker.
He got weaker.
It got weaker as it
I was going to do
do
it growly, but fuck it.
That's it. I can do that next week. Fuck it. Yeah, the MidWeeker. We're back again. There is a global phenomenon going on. I've only watched a little bit of it. It's called Bad Vegan. Is it Bad Vegan? That is Bad Vegan. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Bad Vegan. We're going to talk about today, guys. Apparently, it's got. Or it did the other day, 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is basically impossible.
No, did it? It's interesting.
Yeah, so it's taken the world by storm, a bit like Tiger King back in the Disney. And yeah, we're going to talk about it today. I watched a little bit. I didn't watch too much. Weirdly, I put it on to fall asleep to, which was a bit counterintuitive, especially what we're doing here now. But Alec Baldwin is in it. I was like, okay.
Yeah, he's kind of a very small.
Yeah.
I think they've just thrown his name in there
Because of the current events.
Throughout the whole thing, they never actually find out the link between him and the other gentleman, which the program is about.
Yeah, he was just tweeting underneath him, wasn't he? Just
he was like talking back to, go over the whole thing and then kind of explain it. So
Jimmy has seen it.
I've seen it, guys. Yeah.
Yeah. Me and Lozzie are like,
Yeah.
what? I saw the what do you call it?
Trailer?
Thumbnail.
SpongeBob
No, I didn't see it. I was just,
Oh.
I didn't like the title.
Oh yeah,
Just didn't like the
Dan's
title.
not-
But I know 100% Rotten
Dan's a
Tomatoes.
meat eater.
I'll watch it.
So basically, why it's called
He's on the
Bad
carnival.
Vegan is because the lady is the owner of a vegan-only restaurant. So she's like a chef, like a very and she opens up this restaurant, and this is
Before it was cool.
This was before you could get
Well, everyone was doing it.
clout, and you follow vegan, and the vegan follows you back, and you actually join a community, and that's what you.
I do that.
That's what you're
I might
actually
become
looking
vegan.
for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some followers.
Yeah, that's what
I
you need
need
to.
it,
You
right?
need to join a community, and that's what they like to do, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Get friends. But
I like
I'm
bun.
joking, guys. Anyway, so yeah, she's like one of the pioneers of which is a shame because, I mean, the whole vegan thing blew up massively. She was well ahead of her time.
Yeah.
She'd probably be like a multi-millionaire now. And like I said, at the time, so basically this restaurant that she set up, it was one of the hotspots in like New York.
Yeah.
The thing was, she'd borrowed money from an investor to get it set up.
Right.
It was like 2 million or whatever. But it was she was that good that this guy was just like, yeah, 2 million. Don't really care when you pay me back. Like, such a nice lady and whatever. And the restaurant was doing really well.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, Alec Baldwin and celebrities and stuff had been in there, and she was kind of like looking for a partner. She was a bit lonely, and I think she ended up like getting like a dog, which is like kind of part of the story.
Mm-hmm.
And like she would like go home, and her dog would she wouldn't fuck her dog, but it was like just a companion.
As close to.
Yeah, it was a companion. It was like it was there for her, as I imagine.
Lozzie, there was no dog fucking
there's
involved.
no dog fucking.
I ain't watching it.
But you wouldn't know. To be honest with you, it wouldn't put it past me how mental this story goes. Yeah, she's kind of like looking for love. Anyway, just something kind of happened with Alec Baldwin, but she doesn't sort of pull the trigger with him. He ends up getting with someone else.
Who went to her restaurant. They met in her restaurant, didn't they?
Yeah, and then
Savage.
And then it was Alec Baldwin that told her to get a dog, so she like found the love of her life. She didn't fuck the dog. Anyway,
Such a red herring.
She didn't fuck the dog.
She didn't fuck the dog, by the way, guys.
Dog fucked her.
The dog fuck, yeah.
Yeah, dog
Dog
fucked
style.
her. And
Sorry, everyone.
what was it? What else?
Shirley.
Yeah, so
Story about a woman who didn't fuck a dog.
yeah, honestly, they should have called it fucking I didn't shag my dog. I promise.
That's the title.
Don't fuck with cats. So the sequel, don't fuck dogs.
Eat animals, but you can fuck them. That's why she was a bad vegan.
Fucking gobbled on his dick.
Yeah. I don't want an animal.
Said she didn't eat meat.
Yeah, she's like, I don't want an animals inside me, but I kind of do.
I do. Yeah. How can I get an animal inside me without eating it? I know.
There we go. That's how it is, isn't it?
Anyway, there's Alec Baldwin's on fucking Instagram or whatever his Twitter, and there's another guy like posting back and forth with him and Alec Baldwin. So there is a relationship between Alec Baldwin and this gentleman.
Yeah.
And she's like, who's this guy? And he ends up like messaging her, and I think they like they end up like meeting up or whatever. They were talking for ages, and she was like, what'd you do? He's like, can't really tell you sort of what I do. And he goes on the grounds that he's kind of like military but very undercover, like CIA style, FBI sort of thing. Anyway, she meets him, and he's not quite like the pictures, but he's a nice guy, he's funny, and they just end up sort of hitting it off. The dog really likes him, so she's like, she loves this. She's shagging the dog, so he needs to be cool with that, and he seems
He's
happy.
doggy proof.
He's happy with that, so
Does he fuck the dog or
probably they're all banging.
this show sounds fucking
It's
pucker,
great,
mate.
honestly, it's amazing. And then so he's like, because he's kind of like, she doesn't really know what he does, and he's like throwing little subtle things out there that he can, he meets this person and he does this, and he was just doing random stuff like going into like jewel like buildings and coming out with like diamonds, and as if he was like proper like like because they like people who are like undercover, they do stuff like that. They'll go and collect diamonds for like rich people and shit like that. But it kind of turns out that he's just talking bollocks about the whole thing, and I don't even know if he's like a swindler as such, but he's just just a compulsive liar.
Is he a vegan?
And what's that?
Is he a vegan?
They don't actually mention that. But he's like, oh,
I'm gonna go with no, because if he was, he would have told you.
He's
Ben got it.
yeah.
What? I don't get out.
They say you'll know they're a vegan because they'll tell you.
Yeah.
He doesn't look like a vegan.
Yeah.
Oh, he's fucking a meat eater. Is that her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But so anyway, she ends up falling in love with this guy, and she's like head over heels about him, and then
he's punching. To be fair,
he is,
that,
but he just, I think he just gets in there. She loves him, and then he's got her.
Yeah,
and then he's like, I need to borrow some money. It's all good. Like I can pay you back. Like I've got so much money.
Got the diamonds.
Starting to swindle, and then he's just borrowing so much money. But then he like starts to kind of like brainwash her that he's like part of this like CIA family, and she's gonna, if she does these tasks, she'll get accepted in and she'll be rewarded massively.
Oh yeah.
And she just starts borrowing in this guy like loads of money, and he's like, look, it's part of a test. You need to borrow the money to show that you like, it's kind of like her way of going, look, you can have whatever you want. That's I want to be in. Like, I want to be part of it. It's like doing manipulation. I'll do anything. Like he's like, cut your hand, I'll be in. He doesn't actually say that, but I'm just trying to
fuck the dog. I've done it.
Fuck the dog. She's like, I always fuck the dog anyway.
Poor dog.
He just
innocent dog.
He just creates this massive lie that there's like the world that we're living in isn't actually what we are living in, and she's just seeing it, and you know, she can live forever once she gets accepted
Oh,
in, and
God.
they can make the dog live forever. They do throw out the dog living forever as like a big part of the story, but I think that's just clickbaity to get it in. It's not mentioned a lot. It is a little bit, but and she just massively falls in, and I think she ends up lending to him over the period of time, like maybe $1.6 million. But he kind of gets in and makes her like not care about the restaurant, and then he's going in there collecting the money, and he's getting he basically takes full control of her entire life.
Why you might get to this, but obviously Bad Vegan suggests that she's the bad one.
So this is what it gets. But anyway, it turns out he's a massive gambler.
Nice.
And because he would pay her back some bits of money sometimes he wouldn't. Obviously, when he wins, he's paying her back. When he's not, he's borrowing more money. And he just completely tricks her in that he's got this money available. And then sort of towards the end, I think it's like at the beginning, they think that maybe she might have been trying to swindle him, because it was like not really wasn't really like a massive sexual relationship. It was kind of just them being together and stuff.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, this guy's come in and he's part of like the CIA, and he can get access to all this sort of money, and she was in debt $2 million to this other guy. So she was like, this guy will be able to come in and actually, you know, save things. And then after she'd lent him so much money, she was in so deep that she just carried on going along with it, because she never want to face up to the truth that this guy has just fucking took everything that she's got. And and they kind of, I think they end up like going on the run, and it's just mad. It's just absolutely.
Was she a nice person?
It's a difficult one. It's a difficult one because obviously when she's being portrayed at the beginning of like how he would have met her at the time, she got no issues with her life. She's just a fun, nice woman. She's got really good business and whatever. But you know, you don't know about. She might have had the undertone of like, fucking hell, like this guy, I don't particularly like him, but if he might be able to help me get out of this situation. So she might have got herself in it. Yeah, it's always hard, isn't it? Because you're like, it's similar, you know, Tinder Swindler. I personally feel like that show did well, and they had this one sort of ready. Yeah, and they've put it out because it's the same. Same concept. Yeah. So there's always that argument of like, well, she was kind of, but I didn't really get that. But she is a bit odd. Mm-hmm. She is a little bit weird as well. And I was thinking, maybe she was even in on the gambling, and it's all just a cover-up story. Yeah,
sounds like worth a watch.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I'm quite intrigued.
They kind of might have just ruined it for everyone. But,
that's cool.
Spoiler alert.
We do have to put on a little spoiler alert, I'd say, at the beginning.
Yeah.
But it's just the manipulation of how he does it so slightly.
Yeah, that's always the way.
If you go from the beginning to the end, and you're like, oh my god, you know, how have you let this guy into your life? And then he's convinced you that he's part of this otherworldly being. Yeah. Because he kind of convinces her that he's like this god. And he's just not. He's just this fucking compulsive liar. Yeah. And he's just literally taking loads of money off her, going to casinos. He's like living in these like, because he's like, oh, I've got to go away on work. He's just going to casino and fucking living it up in like a high roller thing. But the casinos are treating him like a king. Yeah. Because he's coming in with money all the time. Yeah, it's absolutely mental.
Fucking hell.
That's the thing with like these manipulators, is it's calculated. They know where they want to take you on the journey. So like it's not like it's a little bit constantly, and it's all building up to.
But this thing, he never had an end goal. It was just I need the money to go gambling, and he just kept creating another thing and another thing. She just kept fucking. I mean, she's fucking stupid, really, but. I feel like the only thing where is if she wanted something out of him, like why would you stay there? Yeah. Or she's gone in so far that she's just like, fuck it. Now I've got to stick with it because I need my money back. Like,
that's the thing with the Tinder Swindler, isn't it? It's like, it was horrible what he did, and it was, it was manipulating and stuff. But at the onset, it's like that the reason they got in those situations is because they thought he was a billionaire.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
they were
exactly,
like,
yeah.
so like, you know, it is you are getting swindled out of tons of money. But if you think there's a big reward, or pot of gold at the end of the tunnel, you're kind of prepared to do stuff. Which
I think they are good programs though to show. People,
it's interesting,
like,
isn't it?
like
Yeah.
sort of, you know, this crazy shit happens, and yeah, it's just mad. It's just the manipulation of it for me. I was just like, fucking hell, like that's so just crazy. I don't know how anyone could.
Like that's the thing that got me when you were saying it. Like it's one thing to like, you know, I need money, like in the Tinder swindle where it's like, I'm in trouble, they're gonna get me, I need money. But then in this, if it's like, you know, if you do this, your dog will be immortal. Like when the fuck do you start believing that?
Yeah, well, shit, like I say, because he like goes in at the angle of like, you know, he's CIA and he knows stuff about the world that others don't. I feel like he can like sort of tell this story of like, you know, there's tests that the army do, and this, you know, it's all just a life as you see it. It's just, you know,
just getting in their head, innit?
You know,
getting someone's head and
just
fucking
facade. Or
Yeah.
But the actual real life thing, you know, I'm like a god, and I can fucking, the family can like bring you in, and you can be part of it. And I think she was probably, like I say, maybe with all the debt and stuff, she would just seemed like an easy way out.
These people grind people down, don't they? So they break them down so there's nothing where they can just leverage them.
And it kind of felt like, I mean, it's not like she was lazy if she built up a massive business, but like she could always blame it on him. If that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Maybe she was just like, do you know what? Fuck this restaurant thing. I can't be arsed. I'm just gonna go along with this guy.
Yeah, and then get a Netflix special.
Yeah, get a Netflix special.
Yeah.
It's absolutely mental though. It's a great watch. Definitely go and watch it.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a watch.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna give it a watch as well.
It sounds a lot of money, like 1.6 million or 2 million, but when you look at some of the other scandals
well, I think the full amount, because as well, like so, I think the full amount in the end was like 6 million.
Oh right. Okay.
Oh fucking hell.
He'd got like 1.6 million out of her, but then there was loads of other people who he like got her to get money off, and it's just mental really. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was like 6 million in the end.
Fucking
the full
hell.
amount that she'd ended up that she
Losing.
owed. She owes, and I'm pretty sure she said out of the Netflix thing, like she wants to give all the money that they earn back to the people that.
Nice.
Because she was like borrowing, she was like getting
friends and
investors money to try and get investments into the business, and he was just fucking taking it all out.
Fuck.
Let's say.
I wonder if Netflix will ever do like the BitConnect scandal.
BitConnect!
The big pyramid scheme. Because that
Probably,
was, I mean, you talk about that money. That was like 5 billion scandal.
Yeah.
And like with big seminars and like Lambos being there. And it's like, it was such a big scam.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy, isn't it?
The APMA
Don't know where
cult.
that come from.
The APMA cult.
That's it.
I'd love to get a cult going.
APMA coin.
BitConnect, the APMA coin.
APMA Connect.
BitConnect coin.
That's it.
But it's made from the. In fact, the reason I watched it because Amy said to me it's made by the creators of the Fire Festival documentary.
Nice.
That was one of my favourite documentaries.
Yeah, I like that.
And then I completely forgot about that. It's just hit me now, and that's the kind of, you know, when you're watching that and you're like, oh my god, my god, this guy is fucking like. So it's that same feeling that you get towards.
Oh, okay.
that
I like
character.
Yeah. I do. There's something weird in it about when someone's in that deep and you're like, and they're just like, the shit they do is like fucking crazy.
In fact, the two characters, the
Very
guy
similar.
from the fire
Similar.
thingy
Very
and
similar,
him,
probably the
they're-
same guy.
Yeah.
could actually be very similar,
Yeah.
very similar characters. So yeah, you don't like them.
Nice. I'm thinking of maybe covering the Fire Festival, like during festival season on my channel.
Oh,
Like,
okay, yeah. You should
can
do.
kind of
Yeah. You should do.
crossover. That'd be quite cool.
It was brilliant. I mean, it was awful for the people that went, but no one died.
APMA
There you
Fest.
go.
coming
APMA
soon.
Fest, and we have to go to a festival even if it's for a day this year.
That's it.
Get some bum bags on the go.
Yeah,
Bum
some
bags.
bucket hats.
Yeah, fucking big. But yeah, So I'm going to go home and I'm going to watch Bad Vegan for sure.
I'm going to watch it.
Because
Yeah,
it's been given crazy reviews, and what you've said there, it just sounds like a fucking roller coaster. So
It is, yeah. It's very up and down.
side to side,
like a roller coaster.
roller
On the dog.
Roller coaster.
No bestiality. That's all.
Yeah, and she doesn't fuck the dog.
That's so funny that it even went there. Right,
She fucks the dog.
that's it. And on that note, MidWeeker.
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 Fuck the dog.